Why do people buy things they don't need just because they're free? This behavior is not irrational in the casual sense. It's the predictable result of how the human brain processes cost, risk, and reward. From a cognitive science perspective, the word free is not treated as a normal price. It functions as a special trigger. Decision-making involves multiple brain systems. The prefrontal cortex handles deliberate reasoning and cost-benefit analysis. Older neural circuits, including reward-related pathways, react faster and more automatically. When something is free, these faster systems activate first. Neuroimaging studies show that zero-cost rewards stimulate the brain's reward centers, particularly regions involved in anticipation and motivation. This happens even when the actual usefulness of the item is low. In simple terms, the brain registers free as a gain. Normally, evaluating a purchase requires effort. The brain compares price, value, and alternatives. But when the price is zero, that calculation collapses. There is no numerical trade-off to process. The brain replaces analysis with a shortcut. No cost means no risk. This shortcut ignores non-monetary costs such as time, attention, storage, and cognitive load. These costs exist, but the brain weighs them far less than money. Another key mechanism is loss aversion. Behavioral economics shows that humans experience the pain of missing out more strongly than the pain of making a poor choice. Skipping a free item feels like a loss, even if the item has no real value. This is why free offers are often paired with urgency signals: limited time, limited quantity, exclusive access. These cues increase emotional arousal and reduce analytical thinking. The decision shifts from usefulness to regret avoidance. Dopamine also plays a role. Dopamine is not about pleasure itself, but about motivation and anticipation. When the brain detects a reward with no cost, dopamine levels increase. This creates an impulse to act before conscious reasoning fully engages. That's why people download apps they never use, save content they never consume, and collect items they don't need. The brain is responding to reward prediction, not actual utility. There is also a distortion of value perception. Price normally acts as a signal. Higher prices trigger more careful evaluation. Lower prices reduce scrutiny. At zero, scrutiny nearly disappears. Experiments show that people rate the same product as more desirable when it is free than when it costs even a small amount. The perceived value increases without any change in quality. Finally, there is the endowment effect. The moment the brain imagines ownership, perceived value rises. Even before possession, the item starts to feel personally relevant. Rejecting it then feels like giving something up, another form of loss. When these mechanisms combine, the outcome is consistent. Free items bypass rational evaluation, activate reward circuits, trigger loss aversion, distort value perception, and simulate ownership all at once. This is why simply knowing the bias doesn't stop it. However, research suggests that forcing a comparison can reduce the effect. Asking a single question re-engages analytical processing. If this weren't free, would I still want it? That question restores normal value evaluation. So people don't buy free things because they lack intelligence. They do it because the brain evolved to prioritize zero-cost opportunities in environments where free resources were rare. Modern markets exploit that wiring very effectively.